Over 60, your legs decide your future. These three moves change it. Discover the exercises used today in the most modern rehabilitation and fall prevention programs. And here's a truth that almost no one says out loud. Walking alone does not bring back the strength, balance, and stability that time has taken away. Each year, without the right kind of training, leg strength decreases, mobility after 60 gets smaller, and the risk of falling quietly increases, even in those who walk every day. If you are already over 60, this is a real warning sign. Relying only on walking is like trying to put out a fire with a glass of water. Today, you will learn three simple movements used in senior fitness, fall prevention, and healthy aging routines that wake up your leg strength, restore balance, and bring safety back to your walking and faster than you might imagine. Wall sit, wall isometric squat, step ups, and single leg stand. Three moves, a new future for your legs. And the first one starts in such a simple way that many people underestimate it until they feel the difference in their own body. The importance of functional training, wall sit step ups, and single leg stand. The first movement is the wall sit. The person stands with their back fully against the wall, places the feet about half a meter forward at shoulder width, tightens the abdomen, and slowly slides down until the knees form about a 90-degree angle or 45 degrees at the beginning. The knees stay in line with the feet, the weight stays on the heels, and the position is held for 20 seconds while breathing deeply. This simple exercise is one of the foundations of healthy aging because it strengthens the legs without putting stress on the joints and also helps with balance exercises used in fall prevention. The second movement is the step up, using a firm step 6 to 8 inches high. Place the whole foot on the step, go up using only the front leg, stand tall at the top, and come down slowly in 3 seconds. 10 repetitions for each leg already provide powerful leg strength work. The third movement is the single leg stand. Next to a chair, the person shifts weight onto one leg, gently lifts the other leg, and keeps the eyes looking straight ahead for 30 seconds. This trio strengthens the body in an integrated way and teaches you how to walk safely in everyday life. When well organized, the impact is even greater, as you will notice in the next step. When people talk about senior fitness, many still think they need a gym, expensive equipment, or complicated movements. But the true power of over 60 exercise is functional training, the kind that prepares the body for real-life situations. Sitting down, standing up, climbing stairs, keeping balance in the shower, walking safely. All of this depends directly on leg strength, coordination, and mobility after 60. This is where the body relearns how to move with confidence, step by step. If this video has already raised an alert for you, like it now to help us share this message with more people. Subscribe to the channel to keep taking care of your strength, your balance, and your freedom. And think of someone you love, a friend, a family member, someone who also feels their legs are not the same anymore. Share this video with that person now. It could change their future. The correct order of the exercises, the secret to fast and safe results. A common mistake among people over 60 is doing the exercises in the wrong order. The person tries hard but sees no results. Or worse, feels pain, gets tired quickly, and ends up giving up. The truth is that in a mature body, the order of the movements is just as important as the movements themselves. When you follow the correct sequence, the body responds with more strength, better balance, and much less risk of injury. The ideal routine begins with the wall sit, which works like a muscle wake-up. It activates the quadriceps, glutes, knees, and ankles at the same time, preparing the joints for the effort that comes next. It is like warming up the engine before hitting the road. Next come the step-ups, the functional strength exercise par excellence. At this point, the legs are already activated and ready for more intense work. The movement of stepping up and down teaches the body exactly what it needs for real life. Climbing stairs, stepping up onto sidewalks or buses, getting into a car, and rising safely from low seats. And only after activating and strengthening comes the single leg stand. Now the body is warm, the nervous system is alert, and balance can be trained much more efficiently. This exercise brings everything together: strength, coordination, posture, and focus. It is what turns strength into stability, and stability into real fall prevention in everyday life. In total, this routine takes about 15 minutes. The ideal is to practice it 3 times a week. On rest days, a light walk is enough to keep the body active and stimulate circulation. When this sequence is followed, the body begins to respond almost immediately. And it is exactly at this point that something very important happens. Something that almost no one talks about regarding active aging, and that you will understand in the next topic. Leave a comment below if you have already felt any of these changes in your body, and write "I will start" if you decided to take care of your strength today. Loss of muscle mass with aging. Sarcopenia. Sarcopenia does not arrive suddenly. It moves forward quietly, year after year, especially after 60. At the beginning, the person only feels that getting up from the couch has become harder, that climbing stairs takes more effort, or that walking is slower. This process directly affects leg strength, stability, and even confidence when moving. That is why so many older adults believe that getting old means getting weak, when in fact this is a consequence of the lack of proper stimulation. The critical point is that without enough strength in the legs, the risk of falls grows exponentially, harming fall prevention and speeding up the loss of independence. That is why preserving muscle is much more than an aesthetic goal. It is a strategy for healthy aging. Those who keep their strength walk with more safety, cross the street with more confidence, and are able to walk safely even in challenging environments. Practical benefits in daily life. The greatest results of senior fitness do not appear in the mirror, but in real life, in the small daily victories. It is being able to get out of bed without holding onto the walls, carry grocery bags without fear, and step up onto a bus with more confidence. In practice, mobility after 60 improves in simple activities such as getting in and out of a car, squatting to pick something up from the floor, or walking on uneven sidewalks. Someone who once avoided leaving the house because of fear of tripping begins to walk around the block with more calm. Another person returns to watering the garden without needing to hold on to everything around them. These gains directly support fall prevention and build day after day a more active and independent aging process. This strengthens the healthy aging cycle where movement creates confidence and confidence leads to more movement. Loss of leg strength. After 60, the body goes through quiet changes that many people only notice when they are already far advanced. Muscles shorten, fibers are lost, and the body's reaction time becomes slower. In this scenario, the absence of proper over 60 exercise makes this process happen even faster. A person does not fall all at once. They slowly begin to lose their ground, little by little, often without realizing it. In daily life, this loss shows up in subtle ways: taking longer to get up from a chair, feeling insecure when climbing stairs, getting tired quickly in the legs after walking a few blocks. What is most worrying is that this loss of strength does not come alone. It comes together with reduced mobility after 60 and a direct increase in the risk of falls. That is why working on balance exercises along with strength is not a luxury. It is a real necessity for fall prevention. Consequences of losing strength. The loss of leg strength does not affect only the body. It changes the way a person lives. When the legs become weak, the mind goes into a constant state of alert. One of the most serious consequences is the real increase in the risk of falls, something directly linked to the lack of balance exercises and the drop in mobility after 60. A simple slip in the bathroom or a stumble on the street can mean weeks, sometimes months, of recovery. Over time, this limitation creates a domino effect. Less movement leads to more weakness, which leads to more fear, and the cycle closes. But the good news is that this cycle can be broken. And it all begins with a simple decision that will be called in the next point. Final message. No knowledge turns into real change if a person only listens and does not get involved. It is not about doing everything perfectly, it is about starting in the way you can today. One extra minute of attention to your body already counts as healthy aging, and those who begin to take care of themselves now will gain safety in the future. Are you able to walk safely inside your home, on the street, in the market? Small daily signs already show whether your mobility after 60 is strong or asking for help. No one needs to walk this path alone. Sharing questions, achievements, and even fears creates a supportive environment that strengthens more than any single exercise ever could. Fall prevention begins with awareness, but it becomes real through continuous action. And when this exchange happens, something powerful is created. People who inspire one another to keep moving. And it is exactly from this personal decision that everything truly begins to change. If you made it this far, congratulations for choosing to take care of yourself. Thank you for watching. Watch the video that appears on the screen. See you soon. Subscribe, like, and share this video. This helps many other people watch this video and change their lives too.